Okay, great. At least you can see me. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, all right, hello, hello. Okay, guys, I'm very happy to see you here. And today we will speak about speaking, of course. And let's see. First of all, I'd like to tell you my name. My name is Maria Alexandrovna Холмогорская, and I graduated from the Moscow State Pedagogical University from the Department of Foreign Languages. And now I work in the Institution of International Education in the same, of course, Moscow State Pedagogical University. And I not only work in not only in this university, actually I do work at a great company, and I'm sure you know that, which is English First. And there I work with different kids, so little, about 3 years old or 4 years old, then with people who are much older, of course, they are 7 years old, and with teenagers and adults. I used to work at school, which is 1530, and in the kindergartens, which are connected to the school. So I work there with teens, with kids, with children at all. And what is the most important is that I passed the exam successfully, the Russian state exam, I mean, and I got 96 points. And of course, I got 20 out of 20 for speaking. That's why I'm here, and I will talk about that because that is crucially important. But first of all, let's see what we are going to do today. We are going to speak why do we need this exam? Well, why do we need the speaking part? It's so easy. Why should we pay attention to that? We will also speak why you shouldn't be scared. Well, guys, easy, just relax. And we will discuss each task, of course, from number 1, 2, 3, 4, and etc. And after that, we will discuss something that we also may do in order to become more successful at this exam. So guys, I'm sure that I hope that you will have some questions, and we will discuss them a little bit later after everything that I mentioned. So let's start. The first thing, why should I speak? Well, guys, you know that it's 20 points, and it's 20 points out of 100. And could you please tell me how much is that? Like, is it 1/4, 1/5? Well, I'm not really good at maths. So could you please write in chat what is the part of the full exam? Is it 1/4, 1/5, 1/3? Could you please tell me how much is that from the 100? Yeah, right. 1/5. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. As you see, I'm not really good at maths, but you have to be good because you're going to take an exam. So congratulations, guys, you will pass the exam, definitely. So what is very important about listening? Well, actually, it's 20 points, and for the barrier, you should have 22 points. Well, even if you are really literally bad at multiple choice activities, you will accidentally get 2 points. So that will be fine, guys. So I'm sure that if you can speak well, that means that you will pass the exam successfully. So let's speak about the points. Well, task number 1 point. Not really much, you see, not really many points, but that is because it's very, very easy, and we will discuss it soon. And of course, for the second task, you will have 5 points, then 7 points for number 3 and number 4. That is easy, you can count it well, it's 20 points, so let's discuss how should we do this. Well, the first thing, why not to be scared as Scooby? Well, of course, good news for introverts. I think that there are some here. Well, there will be no people, only you and computer. And that's very easy. No one will look at you like that, like, what are you talking about, boy? And no one will tell you anything. Like, you will speak and that will be easy. Only you and computer. But if you have any problems with the computer, there will be one person who will help you to deal with the problems. Well, actually, that means that this person doesn't know English, like at all, really. And this person will encourage you to do it, inspire you to talk, but he doesn't know how to read in English. So don't even try to ask him about anything, but about the computer, oh yes, he will help you. And in the fact that you're working with a computer, the beneficial part is that you can see how much time is left. Like you can see and understand how much time you need to focus on preparation, how much time should you answer, and so on. And of course, that is easy for people who are good at time management. And if you're not very good, try to count it very quickly. And the best thing ever is self-correction. Well, that literally means that you can correct yourself. For example, you read not a teacher, but a teacher. But suddenly you understand that it's not correct. And you can reread and say teacher, not teacher, but teacher. And they will count the second variant. But if accidentally you say not, for example, first you will say prepared, and after that you will say prepared, they will count it as a mistake because the second variant is counted. So be attentive and everything will be good. Don't worry if you make a mistake. Well, everyone makes mistakes. Even I sometimes during the lesson make very rude mistakes, but I try to correct myself because I'm just a real person. That's why I do that. So guys, relax, take it easy. And let's get it started. Task number 1, which is, of course, reading. Well, it's easy and you can get only 1 point for that because you can see, like, you know how to read. If you decided to take an exam at English, you know how to read. So it's logical. And then look, it's able for you to make mistakes. You're able to make from 5 to 2 mistakes. But look, what is the difference between phonological and phonetic? Phonological is when the mistake changes the meaning of the word. For example, if you say not bad, but bed, that is a different meaning. You see, on one thing you can sleep, and another thing is the opposite to the word good. So definitely you will have some problems. So be careful about that. Not bad, but bad, or vice versa. And these phonological mistakes, you may make only 2 of them. Otherwise, you will get 0 points. That is a very bad thing. Don't do this, please. And phonetic mistakes. That means that once you may say not meaning, but meaning, but they will understand you. If Russian people can understand you, that means that you're great. So perfect. And why can you make any mistakes? Just because you are nervous. So try to relax. For example, sometimes I'm nervous, and you can see in the beginning of the presentation, I was really nervous because I can't see you, I can't see your faces. That's why I try to relax and understand that you are here to be successful. You want to pass the exam. So I try to relax, you try to relax during the exam. And while you're relaxing, look at the text, look through it, and try to understand where should you make pauses. Why is it important? Of course, I can speak without pauses. I can speak like Tina Kandalaki. Maybe she's my cousin, maybe not, but it's impossible to understand me because there is no pauses, there is nothing. Like, and the diction is really bad. So the expert will not understand you. Try to make some pauses and underline the main words. Well, let's see. If I say I like coffee, what is the main word? Could you please tell me in the chat, what is the main word in the phrase I like coffee? Write it down, please. And while I'm waiting, yeah, right you are. I like coffee, not tea Well, definitely no one tries to understand what do you do with coffee. They understand that coffee, okay, maybe she spoke about liking it or maybe hating it, doesn't matter. The main idea is that coffee, not tea. And in the text, try to underline the main words and try to put your intonation to that word. For example, if I say the intonation is running to the word, the main word is running, I'm stressing it, I'm pushing you to listen to that very word. So remember about pauses, main words, and everything is going to be okay. And if we speak about some problems that we have, psychological problems, for example, once before I took my exam, of course, you know that you can have some trainings, rehearsing, and so on. So that was a rehearsal. And that was really funny because I was reading a text and finally I met the word bush. Well, what to do? I don't know why, but I have no idea how to read it. I was like very, very nervous. So I decided to think like, in my idea was only one thought, bush, but why? Because I don't know why, my brain just decided that it is a good way. But then I tried to remember some words that have the same letters, like the same letters. And I remember that there is a word push, you know, about instead of be, push. And I was like, okay, if I read push like push, then in the word bush, it's definitely bush. Of course, I had no idea, and I don't know why I didn't remember about George Bush. Okay, two of them actually. But okay, the word bush. Just so the main idea is try to remember a word that has the same letters, and you will understand how to read it. Of course, you know everything. So the first thing, relax. And please don't hum. Humming is no one is going to listen to that. Like guys, if the expert doesn't understand you, that means that you have 0 points. And that is important for the whole speaking, you know. And with the help of the first task, the expert tries to predict your next tasks. So if you are humming, if you don't make any pauses, if you don't understand anything and you are too nervous, maybe there is slight possibility that an expert will think that you will not succeed in other tasks. But that's not true, guys. I'm sure that you're very clever and you can do it, so try to relax and train your diction. Well, number 2, some WH stuff. What is that? In this task, of course, you know that you definitely looked through it for hundreds of times. So let's discuss it. Look at the words that are written in their task. They are very important. If you can see the word place, what WH question will you have? Is it what, where, when, or who? Could you please tell me into the chat, what is that? It's the word place. What WH word will you choose? Yeah, definitely, where. That's so easy, right? And if you see, okay, thank you. And if you see the word time, what are you going to ask? When, where, how, who? Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, what time is it or when will we go there? Right. Okay, that's definitely true. And so you got my idea, that's easy. And if we speak about intonation, well, now guys, the stereotypes will be ruined. Okay, there are 2 types of questions, special and general. Special question is WH stuff, this what, where, when, okay, doesn't matter. Well, when you ask this type of questions, that means that the intonation goes down. Look at my hand. When did you go there? Why did you do that? Look, it goes from the high level to the low level. So that means the intonation goes down. And if we speak about general questions, for example, do you like it? The intonation goes up. Do you like it? Do you see me? And so on. So that is very easy. You can deal with it. And two main points, like keep it simple and ask direct questions. What does it mean? Well, sometimes you try to be very polite, even more polite than you need to be, and you say, could you please tell me about the time when we leave? Like, you see, that is like too complicated. And for us, for Russian people, that's impossible to remember about the right order in the indirect question. Like, don't make any mistakes, guys. Just keep it simple and say, when will we meet? Where will we go? And so on. It's very easy. And please remember about the time. I have never seen a person who may say that there is no time, there is there is not enough time for speaking or asking questions. There is no one like that. But please remember about the time and just focus on the words and look at the time at the same time. You can do it. That's easy. Task number 3. Description of a picture. You remember you will have to choose out of 3 pictures, only one, and describe it. Isn't it simple? Of course you can do it. First, look at the plan. Like, it is very easy to follow the plan. There are kind of from 5 to 7 points, and you have to say about 2-3 sentences about each point, and you will succeed. Congratulations. And please follow the plan. Don't skip any points. That will be very easy if you follow it. And if you speak about the first thing, then about the second thing, about the third thing, and go up to the first thing, that will be like complicated for Russian people to listen to. So please try to follow their logic and the plan. And another good thing is try to use as many synonyms as you know. For example, if you say, it is a good girl, the weather is good, the time is good, yeah, the picture is good. Well, not that good actually. So you can use different synonyms, and we will speak about it a little bit later, but you can say that the girl is pretty, the weather is adorable, and something like that, but we will speak about it later too. Okay, task number 4, which is really kind of description, but with some elements of comparison. Yeah, there will be 2 pictures and you will have to compare them, like here. And that is very easy because you will also have a plan. So stick to the plan and you will just be fine, because that is very easy, and to follow the logic and so on. And guys, the most crucial thing here is paying attention to the use of prepositions. Remember, in the picture, on the picture, that means dot or dust or I don't know, anything might be there, but in the picture is what you can see in the picture. And of course, a good piece of advice is to train as much as you can, because, well, it's a skill. It's like you can do it. You can learn to do that. That's so easy. So I'm sure that you will be successful in that. And now we come to the most interesting part, which is, of course, speaking about other stuff to do. First of all, the thing is, listen more. Well, that kind of reminds me of one story of me as a child. Well, I was in the 11th form, of course. I was finishing my school and I really wanted to pass the exam with flying colors. That means very, very good. And what I did is, of course, I did nothing. Like, I didn't want to prepare because I was a teenager, but I really wanted to watch my favorite episode of Doctor Who. Do you know that series? I think that you know that. It's like, has a new season or something like that. So I was watching Doctor Who, of course in English. That was a good point. And then my mother suddenly came into my room. Well, yes, she thought that I was preparing, but I wasn't actually. So what she did, she asked me about what I was doing, and I told her that I was preparing for the exam. Like, really, I was listening to their posh British accent. I was listening to the English language in real life, and that was incredible. So she thought, okay, she was okay. And really, I really passed audition very good and speaking, as you know, 20 out of 20. So that really works. So pay attention to, not please, you can watch any video on YouTube, but in English. That's so easy. And I'm sure that you already do it. Look at the guys that I decided to show you and at TED Educational. Why I really like this thing? Well, actually, TED Education provides you with different speeches about different stuff. Like you may listen to a talk about, I don't know, about food, or maybe about coffee, or maybe about relationship with, relationship between two people, or between a mother and daughter, a son and father. Like it's very interesting. You may find any topic you like on these podcasts, or yeah, and really some people have the app which is podcasts, and that is very useful too. And of course, look at these guys, and I checked their profiles, and I really liked them because they have a, okay, most of them have a good accent, and they can tell you about English itself, like not only about some stuff that you're interested in, but also about preposition, about grammar, about sounds. Why not? That's very interesting. So go and check that. And also, you know, I'm sure sometimes you're sitting on the Instagram and you're like scrolling it. But guys, there are some very good people. For example, Maria Bachtan, I guess you know her, and she's a very interesting woman for me, and she speaks with a great accent, with a great British accent, and you can follow her and learn different words and understand some grammar and so on. Like it really works, guys. So go and develop your communicative skills or your listening skills and so on. Another point is learn some cliche phrases. Like, you know, of course, you have written thousands of essays for the exam, but you know that like you kind of fill in the blanks between the phrases, like, first of all, in my opinion, other people think, and blah, 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 blah. Well, you have the same phrases for speaking. For example, in this picture, I can see blah, 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 blah. And comparing these two pictures, I may say that is so easy. Sometimes when you forget all of the words, you will remember this, really. Just you don't remember how you can tell your name, but you remember comparing two pictures, I may say that. So it's really good. Of course, when you're nervous, that will help you. And continuing the topic, I will say that there are some good exercises to do. For example, find some synonyms. What does it mean? Well, open your copybook or your notebook or your laptop or your phone, I don't know, and write down one word. For example, it is good. Well, you did it, and then try to find as many synonyms as you know: adorable, perfect, I don't know, lovely, pretty, and so on. And then after that, make up some sentences with these words that will help you to remember them, and automatically that will come out of you at the exam. Trust me. Okay, let's have some fun and write down as many synonyms as you can imagine about the word like. To like. Could you please tell me just several synonyms? Type them to the chat. Like, synonyms. Synonyms to the word like. You're right. Yeah, great. Yeah. Yes. Well, I like that version. Yeah, right. So, guys, you're great. To be fond of, to be into something, um, to love, yeah, to adore, to enjoy, great. Yeah, to be interested in. Guys, you're like perfect. I have always known that. Okay, so I think that you will be very successful during the exam, and after that, of course, too. So yeah, that is very easy, and you can do it. And so that is how you do. You write down the word, you write down synonyms, and then try to make up some sentences with them. So that will help you to remember them after some time. And the most important thing now, guys, try to do the tasks, but not alone, with your friends. And well, right now it's very, yeah, that's very difficult to do because, you know, we are in the lockdown and we can only communicate through some Zoom or through anything like that. So what to do? Try to do that thing. You call your friend and you try to complete one of the tasks. Maybe it is reading, maybe it is task number 2, asking questions or comparing the pictures or describing a picture, anything. And you do that. Ask your friend to write down your mistakes, but not only mistakes. Try to ask him for writing down their advantages, so the pluses of your speech. And after that, reflect on that. Look, yeah, there is a mistake. I should just train more and go to, I don't know, grammar tests and do it one more time. Or you may say, oh, yeah, I'm perfect. That is good. But if you have some problems or if you're too embarrassed to do it with your friend, you can follow my path and do it the same way. So first, take your phone and open recorder. When you open the recorder, that means that you may speak and you complete the first task, stop the recorder. So what should you do? Listen to it and try to understand what was good and what was bad. If you constantly make mistakes in the use of articles, so guys, just go to the grammar test and do it one more time and then try to understand it. That okay, your mistake, what should you do, train and do it one more time. But wait, after you listened to it for the first time, let it go, wait and 1 hour or maybe 2 hours or maybe 3 hours and re-listen it. Yeah, re-listen to it because it's important, because for the first time you may think either it is very good, I'm perfect, or oh no, I'm stupid, I can't do that. Re-listen to it and then you will understand that it's not like the first impression, it's something more, and you will understand what to do, because sometimes at the second time you will see that you were very good at this particular phrase and you will really like it. So write it down and then use it again and do it for each task. Well, guys, at least I think you have a month and a half, so you will be able to do it and you will get ready for the task and so on. And one important thing that everyone after me will tell you is relax, guys. It's one exam, yeah, but you will have other exams. What to do at the university? Really, kind of each semester you will have an exam. That is impossible. So don't get too nervous, don't overreact, because sometimes you will perform better if you are calm. And remember, keep calm and talk English. So, and speak English, of course. Talk to your teacher, talk to your parents, talk to your friends. They will help you, because if you stay calm, you will succeed. And I can tell you, as you came here, I can see that you understand my speech. I can see that you answer in a very interesting way. So guys, I hope that you will get really great marks, and I'm sure that you will be kind of 100 points. So let's meet here in Moscow State Pedagogical University, and maybe we will work together for a while. So let's see. If you have, after some time, if you have any questions, like not that we will discuss right now, but later, you can go to imo.mpgu, which is in the Instagram here. You can find us there, or you can write directly to me, which is English Mouse ELT, about language teaching, and you may ask me, or if you want to share your experience, or if you want to do, I don't know, to watch some grammar videos that you may find there, go and do it. And before your questions, I want to wish you good luck. I know that you will do it you will perform great, but calm down, do everything right, and you will be happy. I hope so. That is the most important thing, actually. And now I want to ask you if you have any questions. Okay, wait a minute. I have some, yeah, okay. If you have any questions, just tell me and we will try to discuss them and see what can we say. Have you got any questions about language itself? Have you got any questions about, I don't know, writing or, oh, I mean speaking, or about our university and so on? Yeah, sure. Great, perfect, adorable, pretty. If we speak about people and their personality, that may be lovely and so on, like, try to Google it. My favorite thing is that you can Google everything. And context reverse is my favorite site. Okay, which doctor is my favorite? Well, yeah, I can tell you. My favorite doctor is not the last one, because yeah, she's great. She's a woman, which is, yeah, beneficial for me. But I like number 10 because he's like very calm, and he is very, I don't know, he's kind of very happy that will and inspiring. And when I was watching him, I really felt very inspired. Isn't important? Yeah, you can write down yeah, in Russian if you want. What to use about British accent or American? Well, guys, it's your choice. I like British accent because it is, I don't know, I'm crazy about it. Well, really. And if you don't like English accent, choose any accent you want. Maybe even Chinglish will be better for you. Why not? And wait, which book will I recommend? Well, I actually, when I passed FC, you know that first certificate in English exam, so I was working for Gold at the book, which is Gold. So it's like Cambridge edition, and that was really great for me. And now I work it's, yeah, again, Cambridge edition. There are too many books to choose one, but try to find the gold one. I'm not sure about their thing about the test, about our IMO test, because I'm not sure that I know that. Yeah, of course, there are, oh, yes, Andrei Vladimirovich has answered. Okay, are there any ways to calm down? Of course, yeah, like, imagine that you are too nervous and try to breathe. Like, you breathe in, you breathe out. Like, it's 7 seconds in, and hold your breath for 3 seconds and then out. Like, and that will be okay. So try to calm down, try to hug your friends if they are around you, try to try not to do monotonous things like that, or with your knee that is irritating you, that will irritate you. So calm down and try to breathe, try to count. Yeah, try to count. And I really like to read poems by heart. For example, I'm fond of Block, you know him, I'm sure. So I try to read his poems, and that will calm down me. Informal speech and speaking, why not? Well, yeah, it's not writing. Sometimes it's, well, but what do you mean by informal speech? Do you mean like dude or a lad? or something like which is not very which is not really good and polite, if you can use something that is like okay, some neutral, that is okay. Or if you say not cannot but can't, it's okay. So don't pay attention to that. What about disconnect? I'm sorry, I'm very slow reader. Well, I'm not sure that there will be some disconnection between the American accent and British accent, because and different variants. If I say autumn and if I say fall, will you understand me? Well, definitely yes. So if I say garage or garage, that's okay. And even yeah, they should not make a mistake. And you know, anytime you can have a whoa, what's the English for that? When you go and review look at your exam one more time and you have something like a judge there and you try to redo it, well, in Russian it is appeляция. Well, yeah, it's not in my mind. Okay, so if you go there and you will ask why did you take 1 point away, and they will tell you, well, you didn't say garage, you say garage. You say, okay, what does it mean? That's okay. If you can prove if you can prove that this variant is okay, if it is correct, so don't pay attention. Oh, books. Oh yeah. Oh, that is my favorite. So let's start. If we speak about if we speak about Harry Potter, because I'm a fan of Harry Potter, you can read this. If we speak about you know, the bear whose name is Paddington, that is a good thing too. You may also read, well, try not to read Russian classical literature in English. That is like pointless. Try to look for something that is purely English. When I started reading, I read adapted books, which are not authentic. Well, they are adapted by Russian people, and that was Sherlock Holmes. I really liked it. But if you want some authentic books, try to start with fairy tales. That is funny, but well, I started with watching Winx. Yeah, the club with fairies, Bloom, Stella, Tecna, and so on. Yeah. So with this stuff. So try to do something for children because they get acquainted with the language in the same way as you do, and try to listen to their little cartoons, yeah, and try to look and read different like fairy tales, yeah, and so on. Or do you mean something like students books, for example, I don't know, Galitsky or anything? What do you mean exactly? Yeah, Harry Potter is the best. Okay. Oh, welcome. Jane Eyre. Oh, yeah. I liked it, but I read it on the second course when I was a freshman in the university. Well, it was interesting, but there is some, yeah, guys, literally, there are some complicated words. In each book that you read, there are some words that you don't know, but that's okay. I don't know all of the words in the language because, well, I'm a human after all. Well, definitely you may read anything you want. I don't know. Well, yeah, of course you can ask anything you want. Well, try to stay polite, please. But did I study abroad? That's a difficult question. No, well, you know that I am at in the institution of international education. So, well, kind of, I'm abroad, but I'm here because my program is in English. I do everything in English. I speak English more than Russian. Even sometimes at home, I can't explain my body what I mean. Like I say, stand up, and he was like, what? I would like, no, okay, just do it. I will speak English. So maybe, yeah, kind of abroad, but yeah. but no, I have never been to some universities that are abroad, but I plan to study in London's university. Well, no, I'm sorry, I don't know about study bloggers. Maybe, well, I have no idea. Could you please tell me about this more? Because I'm not quite good at this. Could you please explain it? Oh, English exam. Don't look at me, guys, because well, I'm a fast finisher. That means that I have to do everything very fast. Otherwise, I get bored and I can make mistakes. I will look at this work and correct them, and I will make even more mistakes. So that is literally very bad, terrible. So that's why I left. Well, speaking was okay, but I left. Do you know there is some limitation of time when you have to stay there? Well, when it's finished, I went away just immediately. Like it was an hour and a half, I guess, because I hate sitting there, right? Useful. Well, yeah. Well, kind of a teacher. Yeah, I am. But yes, I am. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. About study bloggers. Well, yeah, I'm sure that they are very useful, and I can say that in some webinars, what I will have, I have my colleagues, like they my study buddies actually, and they will tell you about time management. They will tell you how to revise material correctly, which they are like, you will see and read their like names like Виктория Жукова, Асмик Сипаян, Ksenia Melnikova, and Yana Lavrisheva. You will see them in our webinars, guys. They will tell you everything. Polina Avseyevich, or I will not mention all of them, but just pay attention to these speakers. They will tell you how to prepare for the exams. Really, they're brilliant, and this is at this platform. Why not listen to them? With unknown words, I ignored them. Really, I ignored unknown words. Well, I'm not familiar to them. Well, okay, if you can understand everything through the context, that is okay. Like, yeah, I didn't stop anything. Like, I was too lazy for that, and I tried to elicit like pull the meaning of the word from the context. That's so easy. Like, you don't know this word, you see that he's speaking and do like that. Well, maybe he's surprised. Why is he surprised? That it was very bad. So I don't need the meaning of the word. I can see through the context. So if you have too many unknown words, ignore them. Try to understand little bits. Like during the audition, you're listening and you have to ignore some unknown words and you have to elicit the meaning from the context. Try to understand the whole picture. I think that is like the most important thing for you to do. Okay. Oh, I guess that is the end, right? Okay, so thank you very much for coming. That was really pleasant to talk to you. And okay, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. And I'm very happy that you came. And after some time, you will have tomorrow a very good speaker and in the next. And so keep staying with us, keep preparing. And I hope that you will have good luck and you will pass the exam and you will be successful. Thank you very much. So I think I should go here. And thank you very much. Goodbye. Any questions, ask me any way you like. Thank you. Goodbye.